Welcome back to The Details. This is Jesse Newell, joined once again by Brett Taveau, longtime offensive coordinator in high school and author of Unpacking Greatness, a great Chiefs book you can find on Amazon. Brett, Chiefs Bucs, a bounce-back week for the Chiefs offense, and this play was one of them. We're going to talk about Marquez Valdes-Scantling's 25-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. This was definitely a good one here. So this is a just what's called a bubble go here. And if you rewind it back to the beginning here, Jesse. So the Chiefs are in a condensed two-back set, but one of the backs being Juju Smith-Schuster, as you can see, and they're going to what you call tier motion him out to create a trip set down here to the field. And then you have, I believe, Noah Gray up top who's running a chip shallow. But the intent of this play right here versus cover two shell is to find this sweet spot between the safety in the corner, which we'll see with your illustrations here, Jesse, but just a big execution right there to get that explosive play to MVS.
Yeah, so, and here you have it drawn up, Brett, so go ahead and dive into this a little bit.
Yeah, so as I said, this is they put Juju in the backfield there and tier motion him out to create that trip set. And then you'll see this two-man concept by Hardeman and MVS, and they switch release. And what you'll see when we go back to the tape is Tampa here is playing cover two. And the job of this corner is to basically jam and funnel that number one receiver, Hardeman, to this safety. So this switch release creates space on the outside because this corner comes in. He's thinking, I got to funnel Hardeman to this safety. So he comes in and MVS is able to get outside of that corner, which is not good if you're playing defense in a cover two situation because you got to protect that safety and protect that whole shot throw, which we'll see. So just really, really good design here, understanding that it's good versus cover two and it's good versus man because you get a rub on the switch and they're able to get outside the corner there to get the explosive play.
Yeah, in this diagram, before we go to it, the C and the F between those two guys is kind of where this play is going to go. And as you said, Brett, it not only takes good execution from Patrick Mahomes, even Juju Smith-Schuster kind of selling this bubble screen, but also it takes Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid kind of dipping into the playbook and pulling up something they think is going to work against these guys, especially if they bite on the fake here. So let's pull this up here.
So yeah, you've got it. Explain there that it allows MVS to get outside, which makes it a very, very difficult play for that safety. And without that outside release, the play's not going to happen.
All right, we'll go forward here a little bit. As you can see here, Juju puts his hands up, so that's a nice touch, and Patrick Mahomes gives the nice pump fake.
Yes, and you can see the corner right there. He is riding Hardeman in on the numbers because he knows I cannot allow an outside release to hang this safety out to dry, who's got to get all the way off the hash and get over and cover that whole shot space, which we'll see. So the corner does a good job here. But again, this is just the chess match, the design of the play. They know that once that corner rides Hardeman in, that's going to allow that outside space for MVS. And then, of course, like you said, the pump fake.
So we'll kick it ahead here.
Yeah, the pump fake freezes the corner, and then Hardeman's he catches the eyes of the safety. The safety's going to honor, or he's got to defend the seam first before he gets over to the sideline. So it catches his eyes right there, and that's just enough to create hesitation to give MVS a little bit more space to catch this ball.
Yeah, we talk about the Chiefs really spreading him out and having you guard horizontally. I guess this is putting a lot of stress on the safety who has to not only guard Hardeman but then also look out for this right on the outside to MVS.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a really long ways in the NFL when the hash marks are a lot tighter than they are in college and high school for him to get over. But there, Jesse, you've got it drawn up just and illustrated where that hole is versus cover two. If you can exploit that, and not every quarterback can, particularly from the far hash, exploit that sweet spot in cover two here.
But Patrick Mahomes can, because here's coming to pass your way.
Yes, he can.
And so, again, scheme up the space, but also you have to have the quarterback who can throw it, and the executing of the details, the show that we have here, the executing of the details with the pump fake and then also the Juju Smith-Schuster putting his hands up, gets a defender to bite, at least think there. And you can see right here with these two defenders, I mean, one's got his head in the air and one's looking up too. They can kind of tell they were gotten there.
Yeah, I think that the safety's probably like, you can't hang me out to dry like that. You gotta funnel them inside. And of course he probably, his eyes were, getting to run pass read, whatever it might be. He didn't see the switch release going on there. But a lot, like you said, I mean, when you're watching on TV, it's an explosive play. You can see a sideline catch, but there's so much that goes into it with the execution. The switch release, understanding the coverage they're going to get and how the releases are going to impact that safety being able to get over, and that corner not allowing an outside release. So just so much that goes into it.
And real quick, something that might have been overlooked that you pointed out here. Let's get to the other end zone view of this, and that is the offensive line and the protection and helping each other out, because this play might not have gone anywhere if not for Trey Smith. Yeah,
what an unbelievable night all really 5 of those guys had. But right here, the DN lined up over Wiley. He's going to rush the C gap, then he's going to revert back inside, and Wiley oversets a little bit, as you can see right there. And then that's going to give a free path to Mahomes. So what Smith does is he notices the A gap is covered. Humphrey's got that covered, and he's going to come back out and get just enough of a piece to where he can't impact that throw or get a shot on Mahomes. So just like you said, something that's overlooked, but it doesn't happen without the awareness of getting back out to the B gap and finding work and at least slowing that rusher down.
Yeah, really good instincts there. And again, really good recovery. And I think Trey Smith is a guy, I talked to him in the locker room last week. He's been battling his ankle injury, playing through it. And these guys want to be out there for their team, but he looked fully healthy in this game. And not only him, Orlando Brown seemed to be, Orlando Brown had a knee injury. Both those guys seem to be much healthier than maybe some of the previous weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Brett. Well, any final comments about this play? Again, a lot goes into it, but a big explosive play for the Chiefs, and also one that was one of many successful passing plays going against the Bucs. Very, very good defense coming into this game.
Yeah, no, the offense. I mean, Jesse, you and I had talked. I mean, there were probably 15, 20 plays we could have broken down. I mean, it was just a really good night. Everybody, seemed to be on the same page. The schemes were there, the execution was there, and I mean, this is just an example of when you work on something throughout the week, you think you're going to get a certain look, and you get it here, which is always good. So it's just a really fun night and a really good performance by the Chiefs offense.
All right, Brett. Well, thanks for your time, and thanks everyone else for checking out the details here at the Kansas City Star.